Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope forecast for week commencing the 16th of December. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol on the desktop version of YouTube. As this week begins, the wonderful combination between Uranus and Jupiter continues. This can create some real surprise events, things that are quite random, particularly as both are located in earth signs. What changes or switches or is revealed can actually have some kind of tangible benefit to us all. Also, Mars, the planet of action in the sign of Scorpio, which it governs, is in a fine link with both Saturn and Pluto. If you're a business-like person, this is certainly not too late in the year to achieve something of real substance. So if you have a clear plan, you can execute it with drive and also passion. It is true that in the second half of this week, Mercury is in a right angle with Neptune. This is a bit more tricky. So if there is something that you're trying to assimilate that is more factually based, don't rush. Someone could tell you something that's exaggerated or not quite true. So if you're buying anything, particularly a late Christmas gift, then do proceed with a little bit of caution. Now, Thursday sees a quarter moon in the sign of Cancer. And this just suggests that as we're trying to spin all the different plates that this time of year often demands, that we do prioritise on the things that are most important. Friday, though, has a lovely convivial vibe as Venus, the planet of love and also of relating, moves into the friendly and democratic but sociable sign of Aquarius, a perfect transit for the seasonal festivities. Yet as the week draws to a close, we do have the winter solstice, which occurs on Sunday at 4:19 a.m. in the UK. Just after that, the Sun makes its way into the sign of Capricorn, and it too is going to be reaching out in a positive angle with Uranus. So as we come to the end of this week, there's still that chance that something can just break or happen in a way that we're not expecting. Uranus is very much about surprises, but it's also about freedom and independence. And with Jupiter, the planet of plenty, now in the sign of Capricorn, which is a much more business-like location for Jupiter, and of course it's technically in its fall, we must remember that Jupiter is also about justice. And I think it's entirely possible that the continuing alliance between Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter moving in, along with the Sun later this week, into the sign of Capricorn, can see some revelations that are going to be quite shocking, but also going to bring into the open some serious misdemeanors by people who up until now would have considered to be people of substance and beyond reproach. Your specific forecast, Taurus, suggests that astrologers like me have been encouraging you for some while to embrace the potential for change. But this week, with Uranus still linking from your sign to Jupiter in your 9th house, never has there been a more enriching time to actually make that move. But with the Sun moving on Sunday as this week draws to a close, also into the sign of Capricorn, your 9th solar house, your desire to shake things up and be more experimental is really going to take on a rather supercharged energy. It can be very positive for you if you apply this open-mindedness to your relationship sector. Because Saturn and Pluto are getting ever closer together, they started this month 3 degrees apart, they end December 1 degree apart, but with Mars in your sector of relating linking very productively to both of them this week, if you're single but you get an invite to go on a date, it could really be quite significant. It's also true to say that the quarter moon could see you tempted in its location in the sign of Cancer to try to pack in just a little bit too much this week. But that could leave you feeling rather frazzled. So do try to prioritise what's really important for you. But Venus, your ruler, moves into a very visible location from Friday, and this can be very good if you are trying to push forwards or make changes around your career situation. Venus attracts. It's not just about relationships, but if there is somebody new that you meet, don't be surprised if it is through work, a public event, or someone from a different age group. But as this week draws to a close and we have the winter solstice, I think it's the time for you to really celebrate that change can be a very good and positive thing, even if it's just changing your everyday routines in the comfort of your own home. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to go beyond your zodiac sign and discover what 2020 will hold for you based on your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.